What up, y'all? It's Quinston. This is my vlog for Orlando. So yeah, I am stranded here. Fun. Y'all gotta stay tuned to hear the details, but you're gonna wanna stay. Yeah. So I got here on Saturday. I had an early flight, flew in with Spirit. This was my very first time flying with Spirit. I was like, ain't no way they're as bad as the people say, but I was like, let me find out, you know. The only reason I flew with Spirit in the first place is because the ticket prices was cheaper than all of the other flights. So I'm like, okay. Waited till the last minute, bought my Airbnb, bought that first, you know, had everything else worked out except for the flight. And I'm like, you know what? We're flying back on a Monday, leaving on a Saturday. We should be okay. We should be fine. My flight getting to Orlando was fine. The Spirit flight was fine. It was cool. It was really cool. I'm like, what is the problem? And I literally probably put that bad energy into the atmosphere because I'm like, nah, they're fine. They're cool. It's fine. So Saturday, you know, I did a lot of sightseeing. Did a couple things, you know, went to a couple bars. It was really nice. Orlando is beautiful. I've been to Orlando about 10 years ago. So this was my second time back in 10 years. And I enjoyed myself. I was having a great time. I was at a resort and the pool's beautiful. It was just really a good time. So Sunday was the day of the performance, and that was the whole point of this trip. It wasn't just a vacation. I needed to go to perform. You know, I got invited. I'm the type of guy, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lock in. I might not have it all right this second, but I'm gonna lock in with the opportunity, you know, because I'm gonna figure it out. So the performance initially was at like 2 or 3 p.m. and then they moved it to what, 8, 9 p.m. because they changed the venue. So that was one thing that kind of irritated me because I'm like, okay, y'all told me it was gonna be at this time and it was at this place, which is why I booked it for when I booked it. My hotel, everything, I booked it around being central and close to that location, and they changed that. So I should have known it was gonna be some BS. But it also gave me the day to do more sightseeing and really just enjoy my stay. Now, I don't have a car while I'm up here, so I've been Ubering to get to where I need to go. And of course, walking. Like I don't mind walking. And this location that we're in is real central to, real close to all these different parks and resorts. So of course they have a lot of different touristy things going on. So yeah, I was okay. Waited, you know, like I said, there's a pool, so I've been in and out of the pool, just doing my thing, really just vibing out. The show, like I said, started at 9. When I pulled up, it was it was a really big crowd. And I'm like, okay, you know, you got to trust the process. As an artist, you're going to see a lot of different venues that I'm not going to say they promised people because they didn't say that. You didn't have to bring anybody per se. Thankfully, I was able to bring at least one person, but it's not a requirement for the artist to bring in somebody. So when I walked in, it wasn't really a ton of people there, but I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm gonna sign my name up on this list. I'm gonna talk to the DJ. I'm gonna make sure my music is good. And there's probably maybe like 10, 11 other artists in front of me in there. So I was like, that should put me at a decent spot if everybody's doing like a 5-minute set or whatever we're allowed to do. So I wasn't too worried about it. And I was just watching these performances. First off, a lot of them people there was visiting from other places, which was really cool to see. They're like, I'm from Texas, I'm from New York, I'm from Atlanta, I'm from, you know, Ohio. I've seen a bunch of them. So it was really cool just, you know, figuring out where everybody's from. And they were actually some stars. They are performers. I was enjoying myself. I felt like it was a real good show. By the time it got to me, I was real excited. My nervous level hasn't been like crazy. Like I haven't been super nervous lately, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I've been real confident. And so I got on the stage, I did Right My Wrongs, performed it. Real audience participation, like I did that. Like I was proud of myself when I got off the stage. So I had a bunch of people that came up to me and I networked, and I was really, really excited about it. And the show just went really, really good. I stayed to the end, met an A&R, got in connections with some more shows and stuff like that out of town. And it was just a really good show. So we get to Monday. Monday was supposed to be the day I leave.
If you have made it this far in the video, please go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I got more stuff coming for you guys, so stay tuned. And yeah, let's continue with the video.
I think my phone died. I actually don't know what happened. I guess there was a little bit of rain in our area at the airport. And the rain, it really wasn't that crazy. It really was not that crazy. So anyway, they delayed my flight about an hour. I was like, dang, that sucks, but okay. Why do I get a text 30 minutes later talking about the whole flight was canceled? I said, what? Canceled? Spirit got a bad rep, and I didn't know why. I thought it was because the flights were bad. Mind you, my flight getting here was fine. It was cool. I didn't have no problem with Spirit. Go up there to try to resolve everything, and they offered no accommodations, no nothing, no hotel stays. They're just like, hey, your flight's canceled. We can get you back to where you're supposed to in 2 days, because that's the earliest they had a flight going back to Norfolk, Virginia airport, whatever. Or they said, you can just get a refund. So I was like, even if I get a refund, y'all not giving that money back for another, they said, what, 5 to 7 business days? So it's gonna take that long for me to get my money back. Or I can rebook with you guys for 2 days, 2 days later. So what am I supposed to do for 2 days? Stay in the airport? You know what I'm saying? So it was real upsetting to me, because then I had to go figure something out. I made 1,000 phone calls trying to scrape some money up so I can go get, a hotel or something. I was gonna get the budget car, to drive back. Like it was chaos. It was chaos. So we ended up working something out. Got a hotel Monday night. Then comes Tuesday. Now I'm thinking, okay, the worst of that was behind me, because that was stressful as heck. Tuesday comes. Checkout time at the hotel is 11 o'clock. They have a shuttle that takes you to and from the airport. And so I wasn't too worried about that, but the problem was the flight that we decided to get booked the day before wasn't until about 5 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to sit in the airport for a couple hours, but at least I have a flight that's gonna take me home, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice now, but after this trip, I'm now getting over being sick, because I don't know if it's being in those airports this whole time, but it was getting me sick, and I'm still getting over it. The airports, they put a hard stop on my connecting flight to Charlotte. So I'm supposed to fly from Orlando to Charlotte, then from Charlotte to Norfolk. They put a hard stop on any planes going in and out of Charlotte, because I guess there was a bunch of flooding, a bunch of horrible rain, and it was happening for hours. So my flight, like I said, initially was supposed to be boarding at like 4:30, and it was supposed to leave around 5. It just kept getting pushed back. We boarded the plane, and then as soon as we got in the plane, we're sitting there, and then the pilot is telling us, hey, they put a hard stop, we can't do this, we're not able to go. So I'm like, okay, well, dang. I mean, by the time we get there, it's about 2 hours away. By the time we get there, it should be fine. No. He said, no, we got to actually deboard the plane. We got to get all of y'all off, because we're not sure when it's going to happen. So we took all of our stuff, again, got off of the plane, and had to go back to waiting again. So I'm like, this is insane. This is crazy. The whole part of the airport that I'm at was crazy. Like, it was just, again, more chaos, because there's more people that needed to land in Charlotte, but nobody could go there. So everybody's either getting off their planes, they're waiting, there's delays, there's planes that were supposed to be at that gate that is no longer at that gate because that other plane never left. Just insaneness. And so this went on for hours. We didn't actually leave the airport from Orlando until about 8:30, 8:40. The flight was supposed to leave at 5. 3 extra hours of will they, won't they. So by the time I got to Charlotte, it had to be probably like 10:20-ish. Now, initially, my next connecting flight was supposed to be boarding at 10:20. So first off, I'm running. I'm like, dang, we gotta hurry up,
they pushed my flight back until 11. So the boarding didn't start until 11 now. So I had a little bit of time, but not really. And so I got up there, boarded the plane, and we sat there probably for another 35 minutes. And I'm like, bro, what is with the delays? And so he was saying there was a shift change happening where all the people that was there, they pretty much had to be switched out. And so now we're waiting for these people to get to their post and sign some documents and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I just want to go home. The whole time I'm thinking I just want to go home. While we were stuck in Orlando, I'm like, is this some sort of like curse? Like, can I not leave? Like, I felt like it was impossible to get out of Orlando. So I probably got to the Norfolk airport around like, it had to be like 1:30, 1:40 in the morning. It was probably like 1:30. And I'm like, this has been the longest day, longest 2 days. And, you know, meanwhile, my throat is hurting and I'm still sick and stuff like that. So it's just insane trip. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to share my art and do my songs and everything in Orlando. But getting up out of there, I'm good on flying for a minute. I'm good. I do not want to fly. I'll drive there. I'll do a rental car and drive before I fly somewhere. Like, I need a couple months. But that's my story.